Jose K. Mani.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. So the allocation of resources for the railway in the budget should be distributed within the railway zones in such a way that the per capita railway development expenditure is same or near equal among all states. So the railway should create an index or set of indexes to access the regional allocation of railway funds among the states. So coming to the state of Kerala, as you know, the state of Kerala is a small state and thickly populated. There is no village, there is only extended cities. And to develop a railway line or to make a doubling of a railway, there is a lot of problems. Generally, it takes decades together to complete probably a 100 kilometers railway line. Mainly because the cost of the land is very, very high. Probably it is the highest in India. Secondly, it is thickly populated. The dislocation of the people is on a very high rate. So always there is an agitation whenever the new line or a doubling takes place. My request to the government of India is that places like Kerala, you should think of having elevated rail on the existing rail line, maybe a viaduct form, so that there will be no dislocation and the project can be completed at the early stage itself. And coming to another point in Kerala state, you see the railway line. Still there throughout the state, there is no doubling has not been completed. It's been going on for last probably in the 2.5 decades, almost 25 years. Now, my point is that the railway line is overloaded. Probably it is more than 125%. That means where the 100 trains should be run, more than 125 trains will be running on in the existing railway, existing rail lines. My request is that we should have within places like Kerala fully automated switching system, so that the cost of the land acquisition comes down. The project can be completed in the stipulated time. At the same time, if 100% the load can be improved on the existing line itself. And moreover, more trains can be run on the existing line and the passengers also will benefit. Sir, another point I would like to mention that the major cities and towns, the railway should think of constructing multi-storied building over the rail track, like in the European countries, and the rail stations, which may be sold or leased for 50 years, which can finance the big way the railway capital expenditure requirements. So another point which I'd like to mention is that the railway should introduce, like in Kerala, we have the Vernar or Vanchinad model, sitting only overnight AC trains between Bangalore and Chennai to various Kerala destinations like Kottayam, Kollam, Trivandrum, Ernakulam, Kozhikode, and Kannur, which can reduce the load on interstate road transport. So the last point I would like to mention is that all passenger trains being operated in Kerala be utilized fully during the daytime by extending the trains to important destinations and avoiding idling trains and tracks platform in railway stations. All passenger trains should operate as intercity service in the following routes, mainly the Trivandrum, Kollam, Kottayam, Ernakulam South, Trivandrum, Alappuzha, Ernakulam, Thrissur, Palakkad, Coimbatore, so on. Sir, I conclude by saying that there are few projects which has been completed in Kerala, which has to be inaugurated by the government of India. And recently it was announced that since the minister is busy, he will come to Cochin and we'll have a video conferencing, and through video conferencing the project will be inaugurated. And one of the project was in Kottayam, in my constituency. It is a multi-for parking. That was one of its kind in Kerala, but it was rescheduled probably because of the arrival of the American President Trump, and the minister did not come. My point is that whenever such inauguration takes place, the member of parliament do not know about it. I request the government to let us, the parliament members, be known should be indicated or informed in prior such a inauguration takes place. Thank you, sir.
Shri Neeraj